Impeachment is the way that we, the people, hold our government accountable, our senior officials of the government accountable. And if we do not hold this administration accountable, no matter who comes into office after them, whether it be Republican or Democrat, whoever comes in is going to say, oh, the sheep of America. The sheep of America let the Bush administration get by with everything. We are sheeple. That's what they'll say. And that's why it's so important that in groups like you here in Santa Barbara, that you gather together to listen to people, to say it is so important. It's important that you take time of your lives. You take time to make sure that every single day that you email or call those congressional representatives, that specifically you email one of your own right here, Nancy Pelosi, head of the House of Representatives, and John Conyers, head of the House Judiciary Committee, both of whom have said that winning the 2008 election is more important than ending the war in Iraq and more important than holding people accountable, impeachment. Well, I say to both of them, they don't own our Constitution. That impeachment is a part of our Constitution that they cannot shred. It is not their right to do that. And we have to fight them tooth and nail on it. You never can tell what will happen when we have an investigation that can lead to the impeachment of the president, the vice president, and other members of this administration. With that investigation, the dirt will start being dug up. And there are so many skeletons down in there, as we know, every single day. Every day. I mean, all you have to do is just get any newspaper, and you are going to find all sorts of stuff. Prosecutors acquitted of misconduct in 9/11 case. U.S. stymied 21 years, drops bid to deport 2 Palestinians. Court takes second look at enemy combatant case. What else? Oh, now we've got the judge. Nominees stand, avoids tangle of torture cases. Key senators raise doubts on eavesdropping immunity. Torture and the attorney generals. Nominees, oh, I've read that one. I mean, oh, here's another one. This one doesn't even involve us in the United States, but we ought to be looking out. Here in the United States is not, I mean, we've had a lot of cases about people who are alleged to be terrorists that are a part of rings that are going to bring down America. I mean, the Holy Land, have you all been watching that? The Holy Land case in Dallas, Texas. It's been going on for 10 years about people from a mosque in Dallas providing material aid and support to Hamas. It was just thrown out of court in Dallas after a 10-year thing. In Madrid, convictions and key acquittals in Madrid bomb trial. There were some convictions on this, but key acquittals. There are all sorts of things that are going on right now. There are, to scare the American people, the drag net is thrown so wide. They're dragging in all sorts of people in illegal court cases against them. One of the people that I was supposed to be speaking with on a panel up in Canada, had I gotten in last Thursday, was the wife of Maher Arer, the Syrian Canadian who was sent by the United States to Syria for 10 months of torture. 10 months of torture because he was a suspected Al-Qaeda. Well, he wasn't one. The Canadians knew he wasn't one. If the U.S. had dug around, they would know he was not one. For 10 months, that guy was tortured. He is back in Canada now. The Canadian government has awarded him $10 million for what he went through. There are lots of things that are going on in our government right now that we have to be incredibly watchful for and asking questions, hard questions about what is going on here. All of this leading to what I fully believe is a movement that we have to do for our own conscience, for our own credibility. We have to demand that this government, that this Congress impeach George Bush and Dick Cheney.